Hey, this is Pastor Thor Ramsey with Center Church. Welcome to Gospel for Five, where we take 5 minutes out of our day and focus on the gospel and the one who has saved our souls. Today is Good Friday, April 10th, and we'll be having a Good Friday message live streaming this evening on Facebook at 7 p.m., so you can join us for that also. But today we look at the death of Jesus in the Gospel of John, beginning in chapter 18. After Jesus had spoken these words, he went out with his disciples across the Kidron Valley to a place where there was a garden, which he and his disciples entered. Now Judas, who betrayed him, also knew the place, because Jesus had often met there with his disciples. Now, this shows you the nature of their relationship, that this wasn't a casual relationship. Judas knew the special place Jesus went with his inner circle, with his 12 disciples. So it shows the heinous nature of this betrayal. And Judas brought a detachment of soldiers together with police from the chief priests. So there were Roman guards there, and then there were police from the chief priests and Pharisees, and they came with lanterns and torches and weapons, I suppose, for the same reason police carry weapons today. Then Jesus, knowing all that was going to happen to him, came forward and asked them, "Whom are you looking for?" They answered, "Jesus of Nazareth." And Jesus replied, "I am he." It's interesting, their reaction. When Jesus said to them, "I am he," they stepped back and fell to the ground. Now, the scripture doesn't tell us why they did this. There could be several explanations. The first one is that the same way that police who are chasing down or staking out someone who has a warrant out for their arrest, generally those people don't want to come quietly because they're going to go to jail. They know they're going to go to jail. Generally, people know when there's a warrant out for their arrest. So police take precautions generally. So when they found the man that they were looking for, and Jesus said, "I am he," they're like, take precautions. They fell down. Maybe they thought the disciples with him were going to attack, because later Peter pulls his sword like a genius. So we don't know. The other reason could have been just because Jesus speaks with such authority. He is the God of all creation. So he speaks. His voice is going to carry that authority possibly when he's speaking to them. You know, it's like, what's the voice of God sound like? The best answer is that he's in control. That's what it sounds like. So it doesn't actually tell us why, but it's interesting. So then they asked Jesus from the ground again. Jesus asked them, "Who are you looking for?" And they answer from the ground, "Jesus of Nazareth." And Jesus says, "I told you that I am he. So if you're looking for me, let these men go." So Jesus still right there, even loving them to the end, always caring for his disciples, looking out for them, wanting to make sure they go free and unharmed. And it says, "This was to fulfill the word that he had spoken. I did not lose a single one of those whom you gave me." Then Simon Peter drew a sword, struck the high priest's slave's ear, cut it off, gives the name of the slave, Malchus. Very interesting little details showing the authenticity of the document. And then Jesus tells Peter, "Put back your sword. Am I not to drink the cup that the Father has given me to drink?" So Jesus came to earth. He could have come and set up a political revolution and revolt and brought judgment to all his enemies right then, but that would have shut everything down. Jesus didn't come to condemn. He didn't come during his first advent to bring judgment. He came to save, and he saved by dying on the cross for our sins. And that's why it is known as Good Friday, because sinners like you and me, lawbreakers, people who have said, "I'll define reality apart from God. I'll live my life the way I want to live my life. There's no God who's going to tell me anything. I'm the God of my life." That kind of deep inward sinner, Jesus died for, because there's true moral guilt, because there's a true God we've sinned against. And now, because of Jesus Christ, we can have true forgiveness. That is Good Friday. This has been Gospel for Five. What has God said to you today, and what are you going to do about it?